So the Aprilia 457 is here and it's absolutely amazing in every which way, but there are a few things that can be better. For instance, when you turn the handle around, you can see that my hand is touching the tank. So that is something you need to watch out for. Even the both the sides, you can see full, it's not even full cut, but still my hand is touching the tank. So these are a few ergo things that can be fine-tuned better. Well, hello and welcome to News Vault, and guess what, I have the RS457 here in Hyderabad for the road test. Now, special thanks to Motorplex Hyderabad for allowing me to ride this bike and give you a road review or real world test of the 457, the most awaited, anticipated bike of this year. A lot of hype, a lot of expectations, a lot of bookings already. So let's hope. I just folded the mirrors just to see how well it accelerates. Okay, close to 179 was it? That was really fast and kind of good, nice and stable as well. Okay, that's what I could manage for 186. So let's see, maybe others can go, because the body weight does matter, play a huge difference, and the shifting properly also matters. But yeah, it's somewhere close to 190. You can be rest assured about that. As I told you, the more you ride it, the more you tend to fall in love. The gearbox again feels a little clunky to my taste, but again I would say give it the benefit of the doubt, because the gearbox on the media bike was absolutely perfectly fine. Also the clutch pull, yeah, one point I'd like to tell you is, while shifting, engage the clutch fully, don't use half clutch that most of you tend to. So don't use half clutch, engage the clutch fully, then you would feel that the gear shifts are slightly better. And overall, yeah, the windshield slightly on the shorter side, but still it does its job when you tuck behind it. And mirrors are not too wide extending out, so that's another good thing for you to flick around and move through chock-a-block traffic. And it is rock solid. The steel radial tires from Eurogrip, man, they really stick, and they give you the confidence that you come expecting from a machine as this. Beautiful. good deceleration, short span of time before we hit the speed breaker. The brakes are doing their job well, and the acceleration is really intense. The 270-degree crank allows you to just amble around. Fifth gear, just 36 kilometers per hour. You can't do this in these higher capacity super sport machines, but this allows that flexibility. You have adjustable traction control. You can also adjust the ABS or turn off ABS. For now, let's turn these mirrors on so that we have a clear view of who's following us, because this is a showstopper. So you saw we hit close to 180, and it can go further as well. But for now, the initial impressions, ergonomics. Let's talk ergonomics. So not too aggressive like the RC first gen model or the RC200 first gen model. Not too aggressive as the R15 V3. At the same time, not too upright like the RS200 or the Pulsar RS200. So this is finding a sweet spot in between, such that you don't develop wrist pain and shoulder pain and back pain after a long ride. Very relaxed riding posture. Rear set foot pegs. Again, the foot pegs are not too lifted up for aggressive committed super sport posture. So that is another thing you need to note. Seat is perfectly cushioned. It is not too soft. It is not too hard. So it is ideally cushioned to give, such that it doesn't give you a butt ache after a long ride. Again, it is not too heavy. Feels very light and nimble. A 13-liter tank, and the weight I believe is around 175 kilos, if I can recall correctly. So please do watch my detailed walk around review from the track, where I give you every specific detail about the features and the specs, like ground clearance and seat height and all the relevant specs. This is only the ride impression as to how well it fares in the city conditions. Now I rode it through the city in chock-a-block traffic. The heat management is well done, I can say. It is not heating up beyond your beyond what you can bear, and so long as you're wearing proper footwear and wearing gloves and all, so you don't feel the heat or you don't feel any vibrations, unless and until the vibrations are very subtle, even if, and that is needed for you to feel the raw power, the rawness of the motorcycle. That is what people say. If it is just too refined, also it robs you of that riding experience. You don't feel that you're riding a motorcycle. So a little bit of rawness, a little bit of vibes are necessary to give you that adrenaline rush as you ring the throttle wide open and feel the raw power being portrayed or transformed or unleashed on the tarmac. So I mean, when you open that throttle, it's like a wild beast that is raring to go, because you gotta know how to contain. There is a point beyond which it just becomes a relentless beast, especially beyond 150. It just wants to, recklessly go fast. So that is when people are likely to get a little scared, because now this is not a Japanese make for you to give you that comfort or secure kind of a feel. Now these are Italians who are obsessed with sport and speed and precision and and racing, because when they talk racing or when they make a machine that is supposed to be enjoyed on the track, they go all out. They don't hold back. And that's what you feel when you open the throttle, and beyond the triple digits, it's just complete chaos and absolute mayhem being unleashed on the tarmac. And that's when you need to be on your toes to understand how to control that kind of mayhem, to control that kind of chaos. Otherwise, you are very likely to get yourself into trouble even before you blink twice. It's going to get you into some kind of trouble, because that's how fast, deceptively fast this thing is. Because of the shorter wheelbase, it's very easy to flick around, but at the same time, because of the shorter wheelbase, you tend to feel a little out of sorts when you're doing 150 plus speeds. And in this white attire, it looks like the White Knight or the White Ranger. It's absolutely adorable, an absolutely divine beast waiting to be unleashed. So on the highways, like the proper roads that we have here in Hyderabad, you guys are gonna have a blast, absolute blast on weekends, early mornings when the roads are wide open, zero traffic virtually, and you have a beast to unleash. Then it all boils down to skill, my dear brother. And yeah, I have put traction to almost 1, so there's barely any traction that's trying to intervene. You can turn it off as well. So we're gonna just keep a check and look at the cornering capability. Please do watch my track ride review as well, where I enjoyed it through my heart's content. But boy, beautiful sunset here, glorious sunset, and an amazing wild freaking beast that wants to lunge forward at every given opportunity, that just wants to set itself free and go absolutely crazy. Very pleasant evening here in Hyderabad. Look at the TFT, looks so gorgeous. So this is what makes it ultimate value proposition. You can't just ignore it, because on the other hand, you have the R3, which doesn't get a slipper clutch, which doesn't get a color TFT, and doesn't even match this kind of power. And it's 50 grand dearer. So, and the design, they haven't done much with the R3 design. They could have given it a different design, a fresh new design, before launching it in India, because the tail section is absolutely identical. So why would you buy something that has already been there around 8 years back? So this one looks gorgeous. I mean, resembles the RS660, the RSV4, absolutely identical front end. The cowl and the DRLs and the LED lamps look absolutely divine. The handlebar is nice and wide, so it's kind of good feel, and especially if you're looking to find that stable feel, or hoping that you get a good feel of control on this little monster. A little Shimo, shall we call it? Little Shimo is there in Godzilla vs. Kong. It just freezes everyone into oblivion. Man, this one is going to absolutely spit fire and smoke everyone to oblivion. Now let's quickly dwell on certain points which could be better. First thing, the gears are a little hard to my taste. I don't know why. That wasn't the case while I was doing the track ride. At the same time, the throttle feels a little jumpy. So either it has to do with the fueling, something's gone wrong with the fuel pump, or the throttle itself is a little jumpy in the sport mode. I'm not sure, but again, that was not the case with my test ride bike on that racetrack. So this, I would still give it the benefit of doubt, stating that this is might be a unique scenario with this particular motorcycle or this particular unit. So overall, Aprilia RS457 has arrived in style. It is a statement of power and poise and absolute domination. So can you resist yourself from getting one? This is really tough. So I feel Aprilia have an absolute villain on their hands, and I'll give it a double thumbs up from my side. What do you guys think? Feel free to comment below and let me know.